agree with everything. I remember when I first got introduced to your stuff, Marina, somehow she got the book before I did. And you got to talk to this guy because you guys are thinking the same.
But when it
smart
women get me before the guys do.
Well,
anyway. The guys, Eric, just to be honest, I mean, I'm serious about this. I think the guys, I told my wife this. I said, you know what? Women are more open and less judgmental than men are. Men are like, I can do that better. I can, like, there's this thing, there's this cover, right, with a man that a woman
could be. Could be. I mean, I've never had that with. I will tell you that you're so good at what you've done. I remember. I mean, like, my events were bigger than your events, and my social was bigger than your social.
You inspired me to do events,
and then you just demolish me on social, and then your events go, beyond, and you're like best friends with every celebrity in the world, and you're Mr. Worldwide. You're doing all this stuff. I'm just like, okay, and I'm just incrementally adding a little bit here and there. So you're one of the people who inspire me. You inspire me to think bigger. You're one of the people. I'm glad that you're in my life because you cause me to stop playing as small as I normally would have played. And the people inside of this 7-day recruiting challenge, they want to change their life. And there's several different categories of these people. One is they're just getting started. They're scared to death. So fear is causing them to play small. Sometimes it's just some skills and tactics that's causing them to not take as much action. But what we've been telling them is that all business is conversation. So get in more conversations, get more active, do more presentations, just do more, and you're the king of doing more. So I want to pass it over to you. These people, you understand network marketing, you support. Let them know what you think about network marketing first, and then also tell them how they can have a breakthrough.
You were telling me about the categories of the different people. I'm going to let you do most of the talking today. So
no. I was just saying some are scared, and fear is shutting them down. Some don't feel equipped. Some feel stuck, stagnant, and they can't figure out a way to break through. And then some are doing okay themselves, but they haven't figured out how to lead their team to do better. So you can help with all of those things.
I can help with all those. I've been every one of those people.
Hit it then.
I still struggle with today, lying to myself and becoming one of those. So hopefully your audience will take the time, number one, is to take notes. Like, I'm taking notes. Like I am going to learn something probably from myself and Eric, and the combination of this conversation. I might say something, I'm like, oh, wow, that light really went off for me.
You know what's funny? Can I just jump in? I will tell you, I love that you said that. And most people won't understand what you just said, but I do it all the time. I'm like in a presentation, and all of a sudden I'll say something and I'll go, ooh, that's really good. I need to write that down, because thing, you literally just taught yourself something while you're talking. And I thought in presentation, that's when all of a sudden the magic happens.
Dude, imagine a 19-year-old algebra teacher in her first semester of college or high school. Or she's 29 or whatever the number is. I don't know. She's teaching class for the first year, and then fast forwarding, she's teaching class 20 years later. She should know some things because she taught that she did not know the first year she did. Because, masters are teachers, and they become masters because they taught, not because they were students the entire time. And you know what I mean. So number one, let me just tell you about the fear thing. The fear thing is a lie. Okay, people are like, I'm scared. No, I want you to, every time you guys, they're like, I'm scared, and that's why I'm not doing it. Quit lying to yourself. It's not because you're scared. It is because, and I can prove this while we're here today, it is because the payoff isn't big enough. So I want you to start thinking about every time you say, I'm scared to go call on that person. If they had $1 billion, would you be scared? Like you would, and quit saying you're lazy, because you're not lazy either. Anytime you experience fear or lazy, or the symptoms of laziness, I can't get up in the morning to go do this, because your payoff is not big enough. This is one problem with network marketing, by the way. And by the way, I love network marketing. I think this is probably the most organic and rawest business vehicle ever created on this planet. It is basically the basic of all businesses is, hey, I have something and I want to tell you about it and I want you to do it too. And then we both do better. And that's how you scale. I mean, network marketing is really just scaling. And Starbucks scaled, Elon scaled, Warren scaled, like Oprah scaled. You have to get more people to be talking about your brand or your business. So number one, the fear thing is, and you guys are the top of the most successful people in your network don't appear fearful. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why they don't appear fearful, because you don't know if they are or they're not. You can't see fear. Okay, they are willing to do it because they're getting rewards. We're doing it. And one of the biggest errors I think network marketing makes, and obviously it has to be this to get people in, is the entry point is so low. Number one. Number two, you are forced because of the FTC, I think it is, to not make big claims and can't show checks. It's such a terrible, awful law and rule and regulation. And I need to be shown possibility. I am sick of the middle. I'm sick of just getting by. If you guys think that success is hard, if you're taking notes, write this down. If you think success is hard, okay, how are you going to make failure work? Because failing's impossible. Like if you have figured out, if you have learned in your life how to just get by, okay, feed 2 kids, work your ass off and end up with nothing, pay the bills. If you figured out how to do that, you can figure out how to get rich, because getting rich is a lot easier than just getting by. I've done them both, and I'm telling you, just getting by is more difficult than having everything you want. So number one, the fear thing, I'm just going to tell you guys, you just got to start building the muscle. You don't have biceps. You don't have calves. If you don't do squats, you don't end up with thighs. You just got to work it out. You ladies know what I'm talking about. You don't do the squats, you end up with a flat butt. And Eric knows what I'm talking about too.
Wait. You tell me I have a flat butt. Is that what you're saying?
When's the last time you did legs?
2 weeks ago.
Okay, 2 weeks is too long. So number two, you guys that aren't equipped. If you're not getting results, it's because you have the wrong equipment. Like the plane either can land or it can't land. Like it's not, when you're flying a Gulfstream, that thing it's either equipped to land or it's not. Like, and you need to fly yourself the way you would fly a plane. You need to know how to operate it. It's going to land every time. It's not going to have any failures. A pilot does not make sense of failing the landing of a plane. But most people treat landings or their liftoff, takeoffs as optional. You don't do that if you're flying a plane or a helicopter. It's not fucking optional to fail. So you gotta become equipped to say, look, I'm going to figure the strategy that works, and if it's not working, I'm going to tweak it. I'm going to change it. I'm going to alter it. I'm going to get next to somebody that knows how to do it better than me. I'm going to role play it. I'm going to drill it. I'm going to train it. I'm going to keep kicking until I figure out how this kick can defend me and my family. Whatever the training thing you want to do. For you guys that are stuck, this is the most dangerous of the first 3 categories. You're stuck because you're comfortable, you're stuck because of your friends, and you're stuck because of your loved ones. I'm 62 years old. Like I got a principle in my life. I never ask the people that love me for advice on how to run my business. I might want to, reason I want to is because I know they're going to give me a little hug and tell me it's going to be all right. It is wrong to go to your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your uncle, or your aunt. Anybody that loves you is going to tell you you're doing just fine. It's okay. You need to get somebody that doesn't love you, but believes in you. And by the way, your mother that loves you, when she tells you she believes in you, it's probably not true. She just loves you. If she believed in you, she'd say, hey, how many meetings did you go to this week? How many meetings did you have? How many? She doesn't say that. She'll make some time for me. What you doing for Thanksgiving? If she really believed in you, she believed in your dream, she'd be like, do not show up for Thanksgiving or Christmas. Quit calling me. Quit talking to me. Go call on a prospect. Recruit, build your business, grow your business, make me proud. But she doesn't do that. She hugs you. And hugs might be great, but you can't take them to the bank. And then the fourth group is you guys that can't lead. You know, that's probably for a different conversation. That's going to take some time. And again, it's going to tie into that big payoff thing. Yeah. But, you know, I don't talk about leadership much. You know, I was with John Maxwell. And John's like, you know, I never hear you talk about leadership. I said, yeah, I never talk about it. But I do. Is there a reason? Is there a reason? Because I'm like, just watch me. Yeah. Yeah. Well, can I ask you a couple kind of follow-up questions? Come on, please, man. Eric Ward, EW to the GC. You did. Is it possible to talk about the Undercover Billionaire? Yeah, sure. All right. So you did this show, Undercover Billionaire, where they shaved your head and you got a disguise, and they took away all your fame and money, and they gave you a couple dollars, and they dropped you in the city, and you had to start and build a business, right? $100, by the way. It was $100. $100. So here's my question. This is me under a bridge. Wow. Okay. I can't wait to see it. Everywhere I went, people were like, are you Eric Worre? That did not happen. When is it going to air? January 6th, 2021. Oh, I can't wait to see it. So let me just tell you the backstory. You know, no, wait. I want to get to the question first, and then you can give me all the backstory you want. Okay, but here's the question. If the same thing, the same requirement was put on you, they shaved your head, they took away your identity, and all you could do was build a network marketing business without being Grant Cardone. You were just Joe Schmo to grow a network marketing business and build a team. What would you do? Well, the first thing I would do, how much money do I have? $1,000. I'd take the $1,000, I'd put it in the bank, and I wouldn't touch it. Okay? I would not manage money. I mean, you're going to see me do this on the show, right? So if you guys go back, you'll see me do this. You'll see me, I have no name, no product. Because what you're giving me, bro, is you're giving me a product and a brand to sell right out the gate. That's like, fuck, you just took, excuse my language, but you just made the whole thing easier. I went to Pueblo, Colorado, where I've never been, shaved head, can't use my name, no driver's license, like nothing. I got nothing. $100 in an old beat up truck. And I said, okay, what are the rules here? They're like, you don't have anything. You can't say you're Grant Cardone. You can't call your contacts for help. I said, okay, but I can use my intelligence, right? He said, oh, yeah, dude. So what would I do? I would go look. The first thing I did was not manage money. Number one, this is very important, and most people are going to miss this. Quit managing your money. You're worried about your money, man. When you're worried about the money you have, you're worried about the past. And as long as you're focused on the past, if I have my eyes on the rear view mirror, I cannot drive my car. And money is that thing where you are worried about what you have. You've got money in a retirement account. You're trying to pay off your home. You're trying to pay your debt off. Don't worry about any of that bullshit. Look forward. Who has your money? This thing that I've been doing for years that aggravates people to who's got my money is my battle cry. Who's got my kids' shoes? Who's got my next dollar? I would never look, when I went to Pueblo, and you guys will see this happen in January. The backstory is this. Discovery calls me and says, hey, we think you'd be perfect for this show. Would you do it? So what's the show? You got to go to a city. We're not going to tell you where it is. You got to lose everything. They didn't know I was going to have to shave, but they didn't understand how strong my social influence is, my organic influence. So I said, well, there's not a city I'm going to go to where they're not going to know me. I knew that. Like, people are going to know me. And so I had to shave my head. We're going to drop you off, give you $100. You got to build a business, any kind of business. What you're telling me is I would have a brand. I'd be like, hey guys, I'm with ABC and I got this, I got something. I didn't have that. Much easier. What you're telling me, the network marketing piece, to land on some vehicle that's already in trajectory, successes, other people winning, a connection, a network, dude, that's no brainer. My goal was to take $100 and build it into $1 million business in 90 days. This happened through COVID. By the way, I got sick, tested positive. I got altitude sickness twice. Like, the country got shut down. I mean, it was nuts. Hardest thing, Eric, I've ever done in my entire life. I would never do it again. And if they call you and say, Eric, do you want to do it? I recommend you say no immediately. if they offered me $5 million to do it again, I would not do it. Hardest thing I've ever done in my life. No place.
Can you tell us the punchline of how it ends, or does that?
Dude, no place to live, no food, no water.
Wow.
How long would you go on $100?
I mean, the idea of it intimidates me. The fact that you did it is unbelievable.
Yeah. So first thing I did was got rid of my money. I'll just tell you guys, but nobody knows this, but first thing I did was take the $100 and bring it to the bank and dump off the $100. Exactly what I'm telling you guys you should do. Quit worrying about the money you have. Don't pay for anything. Understand it. Every new connection is going to pay your bills. And never use your old money. This is why people don't understand my hustle today. They're like, dude, why at 62 are you always like, 90% of the people I talk to, bro, if I had your deal, I would not be going to work every day. And because they don't understand how I play the game with myself. And so the second thing that I did after I went to the bank was all I did was focus on networking with the right people, making connections with people, and finding the right people. That's what network marketing is. Network marketing. People. It's a people thing. Life is not a money game. It is a people game. And by the way, money is a people game. The more people that know you, the more people will flow you. But and this speaks especially to the third and fourth group. This is what leaders in network marketing end up with, being the top producers, and they quit working. You've seen this over and over again. I know you have. They reached the diamond level, and now they're going to their club when they work their business. They're doing the calls, by the way. They're doing the calls, but they're not doing the work. And everybody in their network knows it, by the way. And they even brag about it. I only work 30 days a year now. You should never tell. That's not leadership. I mean, I guess it is leadership if you want all your people on a golf course. So I can't tell you the results. I think most people will be, you'll either be very pleased or you'll be like, dude, he could do more than that. That's sad.
I mean, the conditions you were put under is pretty amazing. But what I love about it, and why I'm going to encourage everybody to watch it in January, the whole network marketing world needs to watch this, because if you were able to build something with that criteria, what could somebody do that, like you said, the product's taken care of, the company's taken care of, the infrastructure's taken care of, all the support, all the training, all the stuff, the branding, everything else. All you got to do is promote, and everything else will take care of itself. Build a team and promote, and build a team and promote. How big of a team could you build? And so, one, you put your money away. Two, you decided to network like crazy to find out who had your money and who could lead you to the money.
Yeah.
Right? And you built a little network, and you'll be able to support whatever business you decided you were going to build. Same thing that a network marketing distributor can do in order to be able to do it. But if they can't figure out a way to take action, like one of the things that I believe in so much is your book, Obsessed or Be Average. I think obsession for success is necessary. And most of the world is just mediocre. They're not obsessed with anything.
I don't agree with that. I think.
All right, tell me.
Yeah, I think actually everybody has this. A guy told me, he's like, I got this addictive nature. I said, bro, everybody's got that.
It's just where you put it.
Yeah, you see somebody on a plane doing crossword puzzles. How many you done? Ask them. 10,000.
Right.
You see kids on playing games. How many levels have you been through, man? You see people on Candy Crush going through 1,100 categories.
Or binging Netflix. Yeah.
Kids playing modern warfare stuff on Xbox or PS3 stations, P5, PS5, whatever. You like, there's everybody has the ability to be obsessed. The question is, what do you want to be obsessed with? And again, this goes back to the payoff, bro. This goes back to the first thing I said today. There's no such thing as fear and laziness.
Do they just need to have a clearer imagination in order to be able to get to the payoff? Is that the thing? They don't have the vision to see it?
You need to know. I'm going to tell you some of the some of the unfair qualities of the show, the Discovery Show, was that they said, hey, how hard is this? I said, well, dude, it's easier than real life. And they're like, why is it easier than real life? I said, because I got 90 days. 90 days, not 90 months. I don't have 90 years. I got fucking 90 days, bro. And just talking to you right now, I'm losing part of that day. The benefit of having urgency all up in my face every second of every day and not being with my family and not having any money and having 100% of my reputation online is such an unfair advantage for this show. Nobody will ever understand it until you do the show. The fact that I had 90 days, my name's on the line. Grant Cardone is on TV being recorded. He's either going to fail or succeed, and that's important to me. And the third thing, that I had no money to manage, and that I wanted my family back. I couldn't get my family, dude. I got $100. I can't fly my kid's leg to me, much less my whole kid. So people don't have urgency, man. You guys are surrounded by people like, oh my God, you're surrounded by friends. This is another thing I like about network marketing. You're all gathering to do something big. And most of us are surrounded by people that are telling us mañana. And I don't believe that life is short. By the way, I'm not talking about that kind of urgency. Mm-hmm. I think life is too long for most people because they aren't urgent about how they create their life.
Let me pivot to wealth for a moment. I believe everybody in network marketing need to have two businesses. One business is the income from their distributorship, and the other is the income from their investments. And the investment income at some point needs to be higher than their network marketing income on an annual basis. How important is that? When did you figure that out? Because that's another one of the things that I admire about you. Did you figure out money?
Thank you.
How do people need to be able to do that?
Look, my dad died when he was 52 years old. My dad did the first half of the equation perfectly. Worked hard, saved his money, paid his debt off. When he died, the income stopped. There was no debt. There was life insurance in place. There was a handful of stocks that paid the dividend. My mom had to sell the house and the stocks because there was no new income. I learned at 10 years old, bro, you better never depend on one flow of income. I didn't know I learned it then, but I would, as I grew up, I would learn, hey, look, get money from work. Take money that's other people's money, by the way. I went and sold a car, or I went and traded an hour at McDonald's for $4. Whatever's left over, I'm going to take that money. I'm going to convert that piece of junk into something real. For me, I've been buying real estate for 30 years. And so every time I would get money, I used to spend I'd spent 251 days on the road without coming home once. And I was single, didn't have family. I mean, I was just trying to get my money right. I'd go out, I had an idea, I'd sell it, get the money from it, live on whatever little bit I could. Like literally for the first 45 years of my life, nobody even knew that I had any money because I would take every extra dollar and I would bury it into one particular investment, like, as you know, it's apartments. I wasn't buying watches or Gucci belts or, you know, I think I got a Boss belt on right now, paid like $19 for. And so,
but the real estate's been kind of your vehicle of choice because of tax benefits, everything else, the appreciation, and it's your passion. And I will tell everybody, Grant has, and I'm not benefiting from this comment, by the way, at all. But Grant helps people that aren't sophisticated in real estate to invest in smaller chunks in the projects that he does, and he has them be able to earn how he earns from the real estate that he invests in. He's been doing that on a large scale for many years now, but especially recently, he's paying out people on a monthly basis. And if you're not sophisticated in real estate, what I would just tell you, until you become sophisticated, work with somebody who is sophisticated so they can protect your money, so they can treat it like it's theirs. So Grant does that. They can find out grantcardone.com. Is that where they can find that out?
Cardone Capital.
CardoneCapital.com.
But let me say this, it's more important. The more important piece here is, if you're great at network marketing and you're building a real 7-figure business or 7-figure a month business, which you guys all have the possibility to do. And 99% of the people in network marketing could never build that same business outside of network marketing, period. Mm-hmm. Okay? If you believe you could, then go build it. Because you can't. Okay? So that's the other thing about network marketing that nobody ever talks about. There's people in there that would never, ever be able to do that with any other franchise or business. You should not be buying your own real estate. You should be building your damn business. You should not be on the weekends looking for something else to do. It is not leadership to do that. Okay, Warren Buffett doesn't go out and look for a Wells Fargo he can build. He invests in Wells Fargo because they got good management. He has never built anything himself, ever. He finds great things and invests in them. So, and they all cash flow. He believes he cannot lose his money if it goes backwards. He's been wrong because he's violated some of his principles recently. But, you know, when I started my real estate business, Eric, you don't know this, and I know the audience doesn't know it. I brought a partner in so I could continue to focus on my business. I said, look, here's my money. You're going to manage what I buy, and I'm going to give you 25% of the upside, and you're not going to put one penny in the deal. So that way, and my mom said to me, and my brother said, why would you give him 25% of the upside, dude? He's got no risk. I'm like, that way I can stay focused on my business. I can keep building my name, my brand, my business. He will get the upside when we get it, and I can continue to build this thing without it taking energy from my main thing. And so I think people get their priorities screwed up and start thinking, I got to get another thing because you guys want to get off the treadmill. You actually don't trust your business, and you're trying to get out. And I'm not trying to get out. I'm trying to get as much as I can out of my main business so that I can fund this other business that's indestructible. And then how much real estate do you have under management now? Well, we own and we manage everything we own. We have $2.1 billion worth of real estate.
That's just awesome. Yeah. What was it 5 years ago?
Well, in 2008, I owned 600 apartments. Now we own, almost 9,000.
That's so cool. Well, listen, I want to be,
and just so you guys know, like, the only thing I do in the real estate is I'm the picker.
Yeah.
Like I have a perfect picker. I'm a master at the pick. And we have a management company that manages the property. I'm just a picker. I'm a great picker. If you pick the right piece of real estate, it's gonna pay off. It's just when's it gonna pay off. The rest of my time is spent with you, like you or an audience or people helping, like wanting to give back. And while I'm giving back, I expect some portion of that audience to monetize me. Last thing I want to say about that is just like the discovery thing. The reason I did the discovery thing was because the number one question I'm asked, and I'm sure I would bet $1,000 to your favorite charity, your number one question is, if you lost everything, what would you do? I know that's the number one question I get. If I was wrong about your number one question, I'll send you $1,000 to your charity. The number one question I'm asked is, dude, if you lost everything, what would you do? I said, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you what I would do. And that's why I took the discovery thing on.
That's so cool. I literally cannot wait for that. Listen, I want to be respectful for of your time. I'm really grateful that you're offering this up as part of this challenge. The GoPro event is coming up in a couple weeks, and I would love for you to tell people in network marketing why they should attend this event. They can get a ticket for $300. They can also get a VIP or a platinum ticket, for $1,300 or $5,300. But why should they attend? And then I know, because I heard through the grapevine, that you are willing to offer up something as a bonus, just because of our friendship, and I'm very, very grateful for people who do get a ticket. You've got a pretty cool bonus to show them how to get wealthy. Give people your advice on that.
Yeah. So number one, I would just tell you, I'm doing this for you, but I'm also doing it for your audience, right? Because I believe in people. And when I was a kid, when my dad died, I wanted somebody to help me. And I really, frankly, didn't care who it was, a teacher, an uncle. I wanted it to be a man because I had lost the man. Probably had something to do with that. But, I promised my mom when I was 15, 16 years old, I said, one day I'm going to be somebody, I'm going to help a lot of people. And so the reason I'm doing this is because I want your audience to truly know who I am. I know sometimes people see me on Instagram and they don't really get to know who I am. And the program that we're going to include here really will introduce you to the thing that I think that I've done a better job at than anything, which is the understanding of money and finances. I spent 5 years getting an accounting degree in hopes to learn that and didn't. It's taken me 60 years to learn about money. And I would put what I know about money up with anybody that teaches anything about finances. So number one, that's the reason I'm doing it. And I also love you and your wife. You guys are awesome people. The second thing that I would tell people about why you should go to the GoPro event is really not about why you should go, but why you should make a decision to go right now. Not tomorrow, not next week. And I'm going to tell you something. This was taught to me by a man in a charity event. We were at a charity event, and this guy gave, he might have given $10 million that night. And he looked at me and says, hey, I noticed you didn't do anything tonight. And I said, yeah. He's like, how do you think you're going to feel about that tomorrow? And he's like, look, you do whatever you want to do. I'm just telling you, because you've asked me for advice on other things. Never leave a place without leaving a commitment. He's like, every time you leave someplace and don't do something, whatever you can do, $300, $1,300, $5,300, a deposit, make a deposit. You're making deposits, spiritual deposits onto the planet. They're little anchor points that you leave around the planet. I've been doing this for 4 years now. This has never disappointed me now. Every time I go someplace, I leave more than I took. Little deposits. I put it on a credit card. Okay, I'm a promise Visa. I'll pay them back, but I'm going to leave this here right now so I never leave any location and not feel good about what I did. Eric, there are books that I have never read that I bought that I won't get rid of. that I know changed my life, and I never read the book. But because I made a decision to buy the book and put it on my shelf, some people call that osmosis. No, it's not osmosis. It's called commitment, man. Okay? It's called commitment. It's me saying to the universe, whatever you believe in, God, whatever, saying to some power greater than you that you don't understand maybe fully, that says, hey, Grant Cardone is committed. And every one of those books, every one of those programs, every conference I bought, paid for, put a deposit on, every one of them has paid me. Every one of those has made me. The good ones, the bad ones, and everything in between. And so I would just tell you guys, keep committing to yourself. Because if you don't, why would anybody ever commit to you? Go pro.
How is that powerful? I love that. I love that. So can you tell them just about the course real quick that you're going to give? It's like a $2,500 course you're giving away.
Yeah, it's a 25. It's a 25. You can buy it on my website for $2,500. You can't get it from Amazon. I'm not giving them nothing.
Right. But it's just going to teach you what's the name of the course?
Money and finance training.
Money and finance training. $2,500 course.
Grant Cardone's Money and Finance Training.
And all you got to do is get a GoPro ticket. Virtualgopro.com. That's going to get you set up. On top of everything else, you're going to get this bonus. Grant.
Hey, Eric, let me just, you guys that are watching this right now, man, like, why would you know anything about money when nobody ever taught you anything about money? You watch your mama clip coupons. All you know how to do is how to follow the little dotted line. Some of you got real good at this lately. You now know how to go on the internet and get the coupon. That ain't going to make you any money. That's not how you get money to multiply. 3 things to money is simple. Get it, keep it, multiply it. Most people can't even do number 1. You think you got to make money. I didn't say make money, get it, get money. How do you get money? 2, how do you keep it? Like I got this great watch on. They're like, dude, you spent that money? That ain't my money that I spent on that watch. There's only one time you spend money on stuff that's stupid. And that's when it's passive income, not earned income. You need to learn that. Everybody needs to learn that. 3, you need to pay for things, buy things that are tax deductible. The GoPro ticket, tax deductible. It qualifies. You don't spend $300 on your kid getting a little stuffy doll. Okay, you can't write it off. So I'm going to share with you the little tips and strategies that the wealthy have used, not for the last 3 or 4 years or decade, but for the last hundreds of years to create wealth for themselves. If you don't violate these principles, I guarantee you, that's a big guarantee, by the way, from me. I guarantee you use the principles in this course, and I guarantee you'll be wealthy in your lifetime.
That's unbelievable. And you're giving it to them for free if they get a ticket to GoPro to change their life. Grant, you're awesome, my friend. I really appreciate you so much.
I hang out with good people like you.
You are an awesome dude, and anything I can ever do for you, I'm happy to do it. You want to learn more about Grant, go to grantcardone.com. If you want to have him put some of your money to work.
Eric, can I just say something, Eric? If you want to learn more about me, guys, just get your damn ticket. Don't go to grantcardone.com. Don't go to my Instagram. Don't go look for me. Learning about me ain't going to help you. You need to make a commitment to you. You don't need to do any more research. I don't know why you're talking to people about go look me up. Fuck it. They just spent 30 minutes.
Because I think you're cool.
Huh?
Because I think you're cool. That's why.
Well, that's different, dude. You need to Google, is Grant Cardone cool?
All right. VirtualGoPro.com. Everybody get your ticket. Grant, thank you very much. I love you.
Stop it, man.